Is Layer 3 profitable? Should you complete quests? Should you mint cubes? Should you continue using the Layer 3 platform overall? Well, in this video, we will answer all of your questions. So before we begin, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and let's dive straight into it. Now, to begin with, we're going to go through a quick recap on our last video for Layer 3. If you remember, around a month ago, we made a video, is it over for Layer 3 airdrops? Now, what we did was in this video, we covered exactly what went wrong with Season 3 and their airdrop. Of course, many people were upset, just like myself, because they locked up our tokens, of which we cannot unlock until next year. However, guys, what they did was they introduced a new way to do seasons. Now on Season 4, what we did was we had around 30 days in order to mint 195 cubes. And what I said I was going to do was I was going to mint them just to see how the Layer 3 airdrop Season 4 would conclude and to see whether or not it was profitable and still worth using. So the time has come and I've already claimed my tokens, and therefore, as you can see, what I've done is the other day I recorded myself claiming my Layer 3 tokens for Season 4. And for those who did participate, all you'd have to do is scroll down to where the season were, and then you'll be able to claim your tokens. Now you can see I've earned my reward from Season 4 and it is going to load up in a second, of which you'll be able to see the amount of tokens I earned. I earned around $85.63 for completing 196 cubes, give or take. The threshold was 195 and I received it in USDC on the Optimism network into my Layer 3 wallet, which we had to set up. Now, as you can see, we are now in Season 5, my friends, which is now going to end around 23 days from recording this video. However, in a nutshell, hello again, by the way, I did roughly give or take earn $20 to $30 profit from this airdrop. How is this? Well, roughly to mint 195 cubes, it costs around 25 cents per cube, estimated at around $50 for the whole 200. Now, I earned myself $86 and therefore I got $36 extra. But I'm excluding all the gas fees I spent for all of these cubes, of which I minted, and all of the transactions I had to do throughout the journey. So although I spent $50 give or take on minting cubes, I actually spent probably around $10, maybe more, paying for all the transactional fees and gas fees which I participated in all the quests. Nonetheless, it still ended up being profitable. But it is obviously not something that's going to draw people in as much as we hoped, because basically in the past seasons, guys, we saw huge airdrops from Layer 3, well, the first one I'm talking about anyway. The Season 3 airdrop, although it was a nice one for myself, I cannot touch it until next year, and that really wound me up. That is not decentralization. They have not given us the freedom that we deserve. All the hard work and all the effort that we put into Layer 3, we deserve our tokens now, because we've been making transactions on this platform on a daily. We don't deserve to have our tokens locked up for a year. So the question lays, is Layer 3 still profitable? Well, for me, yes, it is. Why is this? Well, that's probably because I've been staking tokens as well. The longer your staking streak, the more tokens that you staked, the more active that you are on Layer 3, the more tokens that you earn. So I don't realistically know whether or not I would have earned just the amount to break even if I had not staked any tokens. I staked roughly 13,000 tokens on this platform, and therefore that probably gave me a boost in order to earn profits on the platform. Even then, guys, after a whole month of minting cubes and building up transactions on Layer 3, I still only earned roughly $15 to $20, so I wouldn't really say it's that profitable, but realistically it is. Now, the second question, should you complete these Layer 3 quests? Should you continue to use Layer 3? Well, I personally am. And why is this, my friends? Well, basically, although we only earn minuscule amounts of profits on Layer 3, what we are excluding is the fact that we earn so many other airdrops on the way just by using Layer 3's platform, of which helps us to stack up transactions and build volumes on networks and protocols all across Web3. So basically, I wouldn't have qualified for the 5th Optimism airdrop, I wouldn't have qualified for Layer 0 and many other airdrops if I hadn't discovered and used Layer 3 on a regular basis. So essentially, guys, although this platform has lost a lot of its community's trust, what it does do, which I still cannot dismiss whatsoever, is the fact that it helps us to qualify for so many other airdrops along the way and helps us to discover new protocols of which I would never have heard of if it wasn't for Layer 3, and therefore I am going to still continue using this protocol to discover and earn myself many more airdrops. And why is this? And I'm going to show you how. So first of all, guys, I just come on here every day to click GM. I've been doing it for around 652 days. But the thing you want to ask yourself is now, do you want to use Layer 3 to qualify for their airdrop and other airdrops, or do you want to just simply use Layer 3 for a means to qualify for other airdrops? Now, the best part is I'm going to show you how to use Layer 3 without having to spend a single dime. And what I mean by this is, guys, you won't have to spend a single cent on layer 3 anymore, if of course you don't want to qualify for the season 5 airdrop, of which we need to get ourselves 130 cubes. I'm personally going to do it, guys, just purely because it gets me a little bit of profit. It basically pays for all my gas fees, so why am I not going to do it? However, what I would say is, if you don't want to pay any gas fees on layer 3, I would just use this platform as a means to find airdrops. So for example, guys, if you go to this section down here, and for example, you take a look at any of these protocols, it could be Hyper EVM Sentiment, you don't have to mint a cube, which will save you 25 cents, and you won't have to spend a single cent on layer 3, but you can help yourself qualify for the Hyper Liquid airdrop and the Sentiment airdrop. So you would just very simply complete this quest, do whatever it's asking of you. Next, just go through with it. But at the end of it, you're just not going to mint the cube. That's all it is. Instead, you're just going to very simply complete all of the quests and qualify for other airdrops of which you'd want to qualify for, selected of course, and then you just won't mint this cube right here, of which I'm not going to do. Simple as, guys. If you did want to mint it, no problem. You would very simply get yourself a cube and qualify for the season 5 airdrop, which only ends in 23 days from recording this video. So they are doing seasons at a faster rate, guys, so don't expect the biggest airdrops ever. However, these are just quick incentives to keep people on the platform as much as possible. But what I would say is, guys, what I personally like to do is head over to the streak section and complete these daily streaks. Because I want to qualify for the Unichain airdrop, because I want to qualify for the Sonium airdrop, the Base airdrop, the Sonic airdrop, the Ink airdrop, the Optimism 6 airdrop, I'm going to come here and I'm going to complete all of these quests every single day. And I'll give you an example. So for example, if I want to build up transactions on the Unichain network, which of course I'm doing to qualify for their airdrop, and if you want an airdrop tutorial on Unichain, you can check that out in the description down below. But what I would do is every single day, I would say, for example, swap $50 from ETH to USDC. Great, that is one transaction, but on the third day, because layer 3 does streaks, we can get ourselves an extra transaction just by minting a cube. So essentially, guys, you can use layer 3 as a means to build up transactions on a variety of networks, because layer 3 is a multi-chain compatible protocol. It's available on Unichain, it's available on Base, it's available on Ink, and basically most layer 2 networks of Ethereum. And for example, if I was to open up Uniswap here, very simply get started with my wallet. By the way, we have a Uniswap wallet tutorial for those who are interested. We'd come over here, we're going to very simply filter it down to the Unichain network, of which we want to do. Next, I'm going to use my Unichain tokens to swap into USDT 0, and I'm going to continue, and just as an example, swap $4 worth of ETH into USDT 0. Nice and simple. Guys, if you don't know what USDT 0 is, it's a stable coin of which we are using to focus on the Superchain airdrop, the Super Stacks event, and of course the Layer 0 airdrop. So if you would like to check out those airdrop tutorials, we have those on our YouTube crypto airdrop playlist. Nonetheless, we are going to continue with this transaction, show you that we've stacked up a transaction on the Unichain network, and because it's our third day of doing the streak over on layer 3, I can now verify this task, and you'll see that I can get a second transaction done just by minting an optional cube. Like I said, guys, you really don't have to do this whatsoever. You can very simply just avoid it. You can also avoid the gas fees by minting over on your layer 3 wallet. I'm personally not going to do that because I want to help myself stack up transactions on my MetaMask wallet, of which is going to be my main EVM wallet to qualify for airdrops. So just bear that in mind, guys, but you can use your layer 3 wallet to pay for fees and so on, of which I do every now and then. I've still got the $80 give or take from the last airdrop, so I'm going to keep stacking up the USDC from all of these seasonal airdrops, and then at the end of it all, I'll see how much I've earned and see what I will do with my USDC tokens. However, I'm just going to basically keep farming airdrops, guys. This is my main focus. This is all I'm doing on a daily basis. You can come over here, stack up as many transactions to, of course, qualify for the airdrops we are hunting. You don't have to use it for layer 3 like I've mentioned, guys. You can use this however you like. You don't have to spend a single cent on it anymore like I've mentioned. Honestly, I don't blame you whatsoever because layer 3 has completely changed. What we once knew as a big airdrop opportunity has now changed into a small airdrop incentive, of which is on a monthly basis. I'm not really for it, to be honest with you. I prefer the 3-month airdrop thing, of which we would farm on a daily basis, and then the most loyal users would of course get the biggest airdrop. I honestly thought all of that staking that I did, all of those cubes that I minted, all of the quests and the high level that I am, all the achievements that I've earned would get me a fat airdrop. It sadly didn't, and now my friends, the Layer 3 platform is completely different. So obviously it is now dependent on how you want to use the Layer 3 platform. So I hope we've answered all your questions, my friends. Yes, I know it was quite disappointing with season 3, but like I said, my overall expectations of this platform has completely dropped, but I'm just going to use it to farm airdrops. Now obviously guys, if you do want to get this airdrop for season 5, you need to mint yourselves 130 cubes before the season ends. The more cubes that you do get beyond that point, the better off your airdrop will be, just to let you know. Also, along the way, you can help yourself earn a jackpot. I've never actually won one, even though I've had so many entries along the way. Basically, this could be an extra thing that you can earn. You will also earn liquid Layer 3 rewards, which every now and then you can claim directly to your Layer 3 wallet. Pretty easy and not too much to worry about or even just notice, because it's not that much. Also, another thing I must mention, guys, when you do find quests that you do want to complete, if you are looking to qualify for the airdrop, you must look out for the label which says S5. If you do another quest, so for example, down here, if you scroll down, you'll see that none of these quests have S5. If you complete one of these, it will not qualify for the season 5 progress, and you can only qualify for the season 5 progress with obviously the badges that say S5 and all of the streaks. If you mint any of these streaks, guys, they will go directly to the season 5 progress. And another way to earn cubes, you can go to community section and complete some quests down here. Guys, essentially that is the airdrop tutorial in a nutshell. Those are all the questions answered. If you have any more questions surrounding Layer 3, or if you want us to make a full airdrop tutorial for season 5, which I don't think will be necessary, let us know in the comment section down below. If there's any other content you want to see, guys, also let us know, because we'd be more than happy to help. We have also got so many other crypto airdrop tutorials on our YouTube channel. It is absolutely ridiculous, and the list continues to grow. We've got over 51 videos for you guys to check out, so make sure to stay tuned. Also, guys, recently Richard Nazar, the legend himself, has provided a part 2 to the top 10 altcoins to buy in May. So guys, check that video out, because there could be some great opportunities for you all. Nonetheless, don't forget that we are not financial advisors. We do not give any financial advice. We appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to use a burner wallet for extra security, if of course that's something that you'd like to do. Obviously, take everything we say as a pinch of salt, guys, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.